At the Olympics in Athens in 2004, GB didn't even qualify to send a women's hockey team. 4 years later in Beijing, they came sixth. There was a long way to go, and people thought fixed mindset things about the GB's hockey ability. We're not cut out for it, they'd say. And then in London in 2012, things were looking up, and the team won a bronze medal. But then disaster struck. Their coach retired, and the team lost their focus. They came 11th at the World Cup in 2014. It was a huge setback. And the next Olympics in Rio was only 2 years away. It was going to be a mega task to get the team's mojo back, let alone win a medal. And gold was just a distant dream. Something had to be done. So the team made a plan. They had seen success of the British rugby and cycling teams had with the idea called marginal gains. Marginal what, I hear you ask?
This team is very special. We are 31 women who are driven, very dedicated, who come together with a very common goal.
We need to make sure that we do our nation proud.
We are going from strength to strength. We will be successful.
Being an international hockey player, it affects your every minute of every day.
We don't miss training. We don't miss gym sessions. We don't shy away from hard work. They are the details that will make a team great.
It's not a job. You don't finish at 5. It has to be go, go, go.
To be passionate about something, to make it your life, and to know we're all training for one common goal is a very, very special thing.
It is just hard work, grit and determination.
The intensity in the Great Britain camp, until you experience it, you can't even imagine it.
The team spirit is brilliant. It's competitive. You're fighting to make the team the best it can be. The standard is huge.
Nothing actually needs to be said. We know what each other thinks and we know what each other feels.
As long as we stick together as a group, then that's what's key.
It's up to you to make sure you earn it.
You can't have any regrets. You perform to the best that you have prepared yourself to.
The margin between coming last and coming first and winning a gold medal comes down to the tiniest of details, and that's all you're focused on every single day.
It is our job to be 100% on it.
And there is no way we're leaving this pitch without winning. No way.
So, marginal gains, as we now know, means breaking down a big goal into small parts and then improving each of them, delivering a huge improvement in your overall performance. The hockey team looked at every single thing that they were doing to need to do to win big in Rio. And in teeny tiny detail, this is what they did. For example, their fitness. They designed a whole new fitness plan, and everyone had to arrive 10 minutes before training even started. Every day in the past, the team would turn up right on the dot at the start time. Some would be late, and they'd spend time getting ready for the first 10 minutes, taking their headphones off, putting their bags away, filling up their water bottles. You get the picture. But think about that, 10 minutes a day, 5 takes a week, 50 weeks a year. Just messing around. It adds up to about 42 hours of lost training a year. That's a whole working week. So making sure that they were 100% ready at the beginning of each session gave them 42 hours of extra training. That's a marginal gain, right there. And then their attitude. To win an Olympic medal, you've got to be in the right mood on the day. You need to be ready, hyped, well up for the challenge, positively buzzing. Being in a bad mood is only going to be unhelpful, to say the least. So you don't want to be doing anything that's going to make you grumpy, like sitting on the team bus next to someone who listens to music on the way to the match. How annoying is that when all you want is dead silence? Or getting changed to next to someone who flings their kit around the room, like your dad when he can't find his best tennis shorts. Then you all want to be calm and tidy. So they changed all that. They figured out who liked silence on the bus and they sat together. They figured out who liked to listen to music, and they sat together on the bus too. The calm and the tidy changes had one side of the changing room, and the messy ones on the other. They were small changes, but they created routine and improved everyone's mood before the matches. They were still nervous, but they were found more focused and much less grumpy. They were marginal gains. And then in their practice, they focused on several things. They made sure that their practices were as close to the real competitive conditions as they possibly could. They thought about what the weather would be like in Rio in August and practiced for that. They installed even an exact replica of the Rio pitch on their training ground, so their surroundings would be familiar. Why waste time training on a pitch that might be different from the one you'll play on in the finals? Surely better to know every inch of an actual pitch before you even get there. It's not going to win you the Olympics, but it's going to give you another small advantage, another marginal gain. And when these dedicated, determined women added all their marginal gains, the sum was a massive gain in performance. It was an Olympic medal, the gold one.
They're going for gold in Rio de Janeiro. It's in great save shot, look and it's there! Great Britain have scored! Got a chance here, oh they've scored! Incredible goal from Britain of Can Great Britain finish this one off? It's going to go over the line, they've scored! Takes it wide again, great save Hinch! This is real drama for gold for Great Britain. Holly Webb scores! Great Britain win gold! They win the shootout by 2-0.
So what's brilliant about marginal gains is that it can really help to shape up your preparation in every way. Take exams, for example. When revision looms, it's easy to become panicked when you think about how much work you've had to cover. A marginal gains approach helps you to reduce anxiety by looking at everything that goes into the revision process, breaking it down into smaller components and then building it back up with confidence. So let's have a look at this. Some of these things will apply to you, but some might. But I hope you get the right idea. First of all, revision plan. I need to divide my subjects up by the time available. By sticking to the plan and building in regular breaks, I can cover everything without getting over anxious and tired. The desk in your room. Does it have a wonky leg? If it wobbles when you work and makes your handwriting hard to read, fix the leg or at least prop it up with a book. The lighting. Replace the bulb in your desk lamp so you're not squinting at your books. Exercise. Use at least one break time to run around. Exercise is a really good way to beat exam stress. Pencils and pens. During my mock exams, I wasted the first few minutes sharpening a blunt pencil and then begging a teacher for a replacement pen as mine had run out of ink. Reclaim those vital minutes by checking my pencils and cases properly packed. Past papers. Get the exam papers from the previous few years. That way you'll be able to see what the examiners are looking for and get a feel for the way the questions are worded so it will seem familiar when you take the real exam. Homemade mock tests. This is perhaps the most important thing of all. Do a paper in your bedroom under test conditions. Set a timer and get used to working under a time constraint so the real thing doesn't come as a shock. And ask your teacher to mark your paper. After all, feedback is vital if you want to improve. And shower gel. Make sure that someone at home doesn't buy the stuff that makes you itch. On the big day, you want to be focused on the exams and not wriggling uncomfortably like you've sat on an ant's nest. How far you take marginal gains is really up to you. The key is to be smart, practical and positive in your approach. But with those changes in place, keep checking how you're going. If you have to experiment or tinker to improve things, that's fine. Learn from your mistakes. Failure is the key to improvement. And practice, practice, practice again. And finally, be patient, stay cool and focused. The right attitude brings its own rewards.